YouTube, how's it going? I'm here with my dad and we're about to play some old retro games. Actually, we're about to check out the Atari 2600, which I first saw when I was maybe about 7 or 8 years old. My dad and my uncle had bought the Atari 2600, I believe, around that time. So, I think Atari came out around 1977. I may have to check that number, but it's been at least 40 years plus or more. So, I guess, did you start off with Pong, Dad, and then you got...
Yeah, Pong was the very first one. It's amazing how far things have gotten in 40, 50 years.
Yeah, I show my dad some of the games that come out nowadays, and he's just amazed at the quality and how realistic they look compared to things that we played back many, many years ago. So I guess Uncle Leo had the Atari, the television. I think I remember y'all would play too, some baseball games.
Correct.
But most notably, I remember the Atari 2600 because we would play things like, I think Air Sea Battle. I remember something like a cowboy where we were shooting each other too. If you remember that game. I think it came with a game called Combat as well. So anyway, we're here today and I set up a system called a RetroPie, which has a bunch of different game consoles and systems on it. And we're going to play the Atari 2600 using a X-Arcade controller down here. So we got actual arcade controls playing on a big screen. So we're taking the Atari 2600 to a pretty new direction, mixing the old with the new today. So we're going to play a couple different games that hopefully we remember from the past and have a rematch 4 years plus in the making and see how it goes. So I'm going to launch this here. And as you can see, we have many different Atari 2600 games available. I'm going to look through the list here and see which one Dad remembers. I think you probably definitely remember this one called Air Sea Battle.
I definitely remember that one.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to start with that one, play a couple of rounds of that, see how it goes, and maybe move on to a couple others, time permitted, and see how it goes. Alright, so it's going to load up the game. Then I got to remember how to switch the different modes, because I remember there are switches to change the different types of games you can play within the particular title that you've chosen. Alright, so I think on the side, we can choose between the different game modes. And I remember, they had some where you start off on the bottom with like these little cannon looking things, and you'd shoot, of course, the planes and things on the top, and then some of them you could move the bullet and some you couldn't. So I'm just going to quickly scroll through these just to refresh my memory of what we had here. But they were all pretty much 2 players no matter what you chose. Oh, and then we had like the little undersea, I guess you're not really underwater necessarily, but you're shooting boats. And these, I think cannons would move left and right. And just see quite a few. Those sound effects were awesome, if you remember those. Okay, let's go through all these. So we're back to number 1. I think the second one is where you could control the bullet, which was kind of cool as it was moving in midair. So we're going to try that one. Alright, so Dad, here's your joystick. You notice here you move it up and down and move your cannon up and down.
Okay.
I believe this button here, one of these 2 is your A button. The Atari only had 1 button, so it's one of these 2 here. So I'm going to give it a go. We're going to start, and we'll do a practice session, and we can have another round if we want to after that. Alright, so I think, there we go. So it's just, this button right there, you got it? Yep. Okay. So remember, you can move your bullet up and down as you shoot it, kind of travel. I know you're probably a little rusty, I haven't played in a while, so it might take you a little bit to hang on it. This one. Now, I don't remember exactly what the total amount of points were to get to. Could be 10, could be 20. We'll, find out here in just a second. upside down there. Faster. Those jets. Could be from Russia. I think those are helicopters. A little strange, but I did what they could back in the day with the Atari graphics. Do you remember it? Does it bring back memories to you?
I remember it. I don't remember getting beat this bad.
Catch it. Let's see. So we're going past 20. Hopefully it's going to be 30. This looks like to be a kind of smaller type of plane. Bring it back in a faster pass. It's a little tricky. Good shot, man. Good shot. I'm ready for this. Wow, I remember going past 30 points before, but it's still going. I figured you had a lot of time on your hands before, so let's see. Okay, looks like 35 points was the max. All right, good game. At 15, you're about halfway there. Not bad for being a little out of practice. Okay, so we can try maybe another game mode. All right, so let's go find another game to play. Whoops. Go. Alright, so remembering things that we played back in the day, I remember another one with like a cowboy in it, maybe a cowboy and an Indian, they were facing off against each other. Do you remember that one?
No, not really, not that one.
Do you remember any other ones by chance on the Atari?
Have to see him.
Alright, let me just show you that one with the Indian, or the cowboy, and see if you remember that. Did you? We can try that one. It was called Outlaw Gunslingers.
Yeah, I remember that one.
You remember that one? Okay. Let's give that one a go. Okay, so here we go. This is Outlaw. So we're basically two cowboys facing off against each other. And between the different modes, you always have, I think, that little cactus that's in the middle of the screen. In some cases, you can shoot and bounce your bullets off the walls as you move up and down and try and shoot each other. I do remember a mode where actually you could shoot through the cactus and it would eventually kind of break apart, which was kind of cool too. But we'll start off with the first mode, see how that goes, and we'll try out a couple of the other ones. So like before, Dad, send controller and button is used here as well, so we'll try mode number 1. Okay, so we can move up and down, left and right. And I believe when you hold down that button, he pulls his gun out, and then you can move it up and down to choose what angle you want to fire at. And I think in this first mode, the bullets will bounce off the wall if you actually hit the wall, like that, so you can sort of try and aim it to hit the other person, depending where they're at. So you can try and take cover behind this cactus if you need to. So if you get a good angle around the cactus, you can actually maybe shoot straight forward. You just gotta hide shot and cut each other. takes a little bit more strategy than you would assume, especially if you're trying to gauge some of the angles you're firing down here. Coming back to you, remember this one?
Yeah, I remember a little bit now. This is a fun game.
So I suspect in this day and age, these type of games that probably would entertain you for a little less time than they did in the past, knowing all the capabilities for things that you can do now. Okay, so this one may have ended at 10 points. I didn't see it blinking like it had a time limit. That was interesting. Okay, so now to find our third game. I know there's definitely some other games that we've played that we probably remember, but it's been a while, so I don't completely recall some of the other ones that we played in the past. I remember that it came with a game called Combat, where you were in the tanks. Do you remember one of the tanks?
Yeah, I kind of remember that one.
Alright, let's see if we can find that one. Okay, let's see here. Of course there was Asteroids, but I think Asteroids was one player, but that was a popular one that came out back in the day. So, let's find Combat. So that's Combat there with the tanks. Does that look familiar?
Yes, it does.
Alright, cool. So I think this one came with a system as far as I remember. So it was it says here one of the 9 launch titles for the system in October 1977. And was included in the box for the system from its introduction until 1982. Okay, so let's give this one a go. Whoops. Okay, so here is Combat, and we're going to try the first mode just to kind of get familiarized with it. I don't see much on the map in this mode. I'm assuming we just kind of drive around and try and shoot each other. I have no idea how it fires at the moment, but we're about to find out here by use trial by fire. Alright, so here we go, Dad. You ready? Okay. So yeah, you can move left and right, and then you push up. Move your tank. Back doesn't do anything, so it's left and right and up to move your tank. And of course, the same button we used before will fire. And as you can see, the angles of how you shoot are not very forgiving, so you really kind of have to be spot on. Limitations of turning and your angle are definitely going to be an issue. You almost have to get exactly in the right area or right in front of them. I guess when you shoot the other player, they kind of spin and go a little bit further away, maybe just to give you an opportunity to get some distance and reposition yourself, perhaps. You get to a point where you have a standoff and you just gotta inch your way a little bit closer and hope that someone else will make a mistake as they're approaching you. other. I guess I give him some kudos for being able to change the play control with just one joystick and one button. Having to turn your tank, rotate it, and move. It's not, I guess, the best control, but it certainly gives it a different feel compared to the previous two games that we played before. I think we have a time limit on this one because it is now starting to flash. Okay, so that's it for that mode. Pretty basic. We'll try one more mode for maybe we have some more obstacles or things to hide behind as we fight each other. If you're good for one more game.
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah. This one just didn't have the control.
Alright, so here we have a few obstacles to kind of hide behind, or at least I saw some there for a brief moment. Yeah, it looks like they're still there. We'll give this one a go and see what it's like. Alright, here we go. I can imagine if we had complaints about the control before, then having to move around things and fight those is probably going to add a little bit to the complexity. Good shot there. Wasn't paying attention where you were firing. There may be some modes where you can bounce your shots, not in this one, but I can see where that could be kind of fun too, especially when you're hiding behind an obstacle. Being able to shoot behind them would be pretty cool. Would it have you or was it for that wall? Navigating around that wall is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Actually, the tank being so slow almost kind of works for the realism, because you can imagine the tanks weren't the most nimble of vehicles. Good shot. So it almost places you in harm's way after you get shot, which is maybe not the most fair way to do it, Alright, that was it for time. Not bad, not bad. So I think out of the games we've played so far, maybe the first one was probably
Yeah, the first one was pretty good. The one with the Cowboys was pretty good too.
yeah. This one probably not as good, probably because the tanks, the play control
Well,
is a little slow.
started
But
getting a little more strategy there with the tanks. So yeah, it was fun.
Cool.
It was good.
All right, so it was really fun going back and playing these games. Decades later. In future videos, maybe we'll come back and we'll play some different games. Trying to get our Uncle Leo to come back and play as well. In the meantime, I may see if I can Maybe get Dad a console so he can practice too, and then we'll be ready next time he comes back. And
Yeah. I'm going to
more
blame it
refreshed.
that I was out of practice.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.